What is up, everybody? Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Horrific Visions. Today we're going to do a quick guide on how to do a 5-mask run. As you can see here, these are the masks that I'm using here. We're using Burned Bridge, Dark Imagination, Mask of the Pained, Mask of the Multitudes, and Mask of the Nemesis. So the reason that we're using these is because we really just want to avoid the 3 masks over here that are left over. So we're avoiding the Daredevil. We don't want to deal with that, taking double damage from, or double sanity loss. Mask of the Vengeance, we don't want to use that with Mask of the Multitudes ever, because they will will get increased spawns, and then they'll bolster everything else, so that's going to require a ton more DPS to get through. And then obviously we're not going to use the Mask of the Long Night, because that mask just sucks. So there's the mask that I'm using again, and I'm doing this right around 663 item level, something like that. I know people have done it a lot higher. I'm also completely statted for Vengeance as well, so for the most part. So you could definitely get better gear, better stat priority, all this sort of thing. So that would probably make this even easier. But this is still unbelievably trivial on Demon Hunter especially. So even if you're a little bit lower item level than the people you've seen do this, it's definitely very, very doable. I actually don't use any orbs in this run either. So we're not going to be clicking that orb at all. And we're going to quickly clear this first area and make our way over to the hut on the left-hand side here to make sure that we know what potion is good and bad, even though I don't think we actually use a potion the entire time. So no potions, no orbs. So if you're going to use potions and orbs, this will be even easier. So the bad potion is blue, meaning that the good potion is going to be purple. And Gamon right here is kind of the reason that we are going to be able to do this. If you've done any, like, I don't even want to say significant amount of visions. If you've done any visions at all, you've probably upgraded your tributes just by killing elites, killing mobs, all that sort of stuff. So as you saw there, I gained 150 sanity off killing Gamon. And Gamon is triggered every like 25 spawns. You can see the counter in the top of the screen. So we're using the Mask of the Multitudes in order to get more mobs in, and then I just killed that pack, and now we have another Gamon spawning in 2 mobs. And Gamon is going to be our nice little 150 sanity refresh, and then in addition to all the other elites that we have in this this vision. So just from this this little pack here, we're going to get upwards of 300 sanity just from killing these. So we're going to get a nice refresh, be back at 100%. And yeah, as you can see, we didn't even need all of the sanity that we were able to get there. We got 2 sanity from one of those procs. So that is really how you're going to abuse these masks to actually kind of help you do these runs. Mask of the Nemesis and Mask of the Multitudes together are unbelievably OP. They will help the length of your run tremendously. So again, we'll just do this next pack. We'll spawn another Gamon. I haven't even lost 150 sanity, so we're just going to step ahead, kill some more mobs, and then we can go ahead and focus Gamon. He can be a little bit annoying if you're trying to do something like this, like he interrupts my cast right there, and then I get knocked around by the affix and all this other stuff, take a little bit of sanity damage. It's kind of whatever, but we'll just take him out, and all of that time wasted we're basically going to get right back, because he's going to help us get to another 100% sanity pretty much. And then we are going to get another Gamon spawn in 10 mobs as well. So basically the pacing is just, if you don't want to use any orbs, if you don't want to use any potions, you just kill mobs fast enough to spawn Gamon every 150 sanity, which is what I'm able to do here. And a lot of people are scared of doing 5 vision runs, just that sort of thing, because they think that you need some crazy gear. This is not anything crazy. I know people are like 684 right now, so this is still 20 some item levels off of being perfect. Yeah, just make sure you're fully enchanted, and you should have an easy time to do this, especially if you're a melee class, like a warrior, demon hunter, like Ret Paladin, something like that. So we're going to go over to this first little mini boss here. We're going to wait for the RP. And right here, we shout out to the subscriber that actually put this in a comment on the video. So when he uses Void Torrent here, I'm just going to pixel stack on top of him, and you don't actually have to move. It will not hit you, and you just kind of sit there, and he does the mechanic, and you don't have to do anything about it. So that boss gets absolutely worked. Yeah, shout out to that subscriber. That's actually crazy tech. So we are once again back up to 100% sanity and going over to the Rexxar wing. If you have 2-minute cooldowns, I would definitely pop it on that last guy. especially if you're going to take a little bit longer to kill him than I did, because you will have them up right around the time that you go into Rexxar, and you definitely want to have your 2-minute cooldowns, even 3-minute cooldowns for Rexxar, because he is the thing that is pretty annoying, pretty dangerous for a lot of people. So we're going to go ahead and take this wing a little bit slower, just because we have this madness, the split personality. As you can see, all of those clones of me are going to spawn around me. Those will disorient me. And then we also have Gamon spawning. The bone crushers will knock you back into those, and sometimes if you get knocked back and disoriented, you won't be able to get out of these green swirlies here, and you just want to make sure that you are okay there. So we'll take this nice and slow. Again, we get the madness spawning. We'll focus the bone crusher. He gets absolutely worked before he can even headbutt me back into that, and then we'll go over here. I dropped kind of low here for some reason, so I probably should have cleared that other trash mob. I get CC'd like crazy, but it's all good. We just pop blur and we are chilling. Plenty of self-healing on Demon Hunter as well, so I'm going to be in a good spot there. Just to quickly kind of take a couple steps out of the madness there. Refresh our sanity, so we're going into Rexxar with about 100% as per usual. Go ahead and take this mob out up here, and Gamon spawns as well, so even if we weren't upwards of insanity, we would still have Gamon here to get us a nice little top off. Pause. So yeah, we'll take out Gamon, get fully up to 100% sanity before engaging Rexxar. We don't want anything else going on in this fight. This fight is already kind of annoying, so we'll go ahead and hunt directly into a trap. You probably wouldn't do this. Watch out for those traps on the floor. They will stun you for 3 seconds. It's super, super annoying, especially if you have boars out. That can really, really kill your runs. So make sure that you don't do exactly what I just did. But yeah, we'll just take out the boars, making sure to CC them as much as possible, pump into Rexxar, and then dodge all of these demon guys that are spawning from the left-hand side of the room. So yeah, we take out Rexxar pretty quickly with the help of meta, hunt, and everything like that. We'll take the portal back to the start of the dungeon. And that is already 2 wings down. Haven't used a potion, haven't used an orb, and we're still sitting at 100% sanity with a Gamon all primed and ready on the next pull, basically. So we don't lose sanity while we're doing this totem. So yeah, that's a pretty nice thing that happens. You could clear more in this area if you really wanted to. I'm just trying to help people kind of get the full clear, so I'm not doing any like treasure chests. I'm not doing any of like the hidden stuff or anything like that. This is just to get your achievement if you want it. Clear with 5 masks, farm mementos, get a nice quick clear, killing things that are pretty much just essential. I try and go up here and open the door like 3 times, and I get interrupted last second, so I don't know what's going on there. And then I end up killing these, and then Gamon spawns, so I think I try and actually go up to the door again, and yeah, there we go, and it just gets interrupted. I can't even click on it, and it's just super annoying. So that's kind of the situation where Gamon can be annoying, and you just want him to kind of screw off, but it's okay. We'll have plenty of time. He gives us the nice sanity refresh, so back at 100%, going into this Decimator guy. We will dodge Surging Fist, and then we will dodge the Decimator as it comes out, dodge it as it comes back, and this guy should be pretty trivial for most people. He doesn't do anything besides that. So just dodge in straight lines, put a nice little bleed on him, get 42 sanity back, and go into the second Lost Wing. I'm stuck running forward here, so I can't actually click on the wall. And here we are going to kill pretty much everything except for the mobs on the pillar to my right over here. Same route as we did if you've seen any of my other videos about Orgrimmar horrific visions. So if that's still something that you wanted to see, if you want to see this done on a lower difficulty, I used pretty much the same route as well. So I typically don't deviate from this route at all. This just works way better than pretty much anything else that I've ever tried. So we'll go ahead and kill this Void Crazed Hulk, making sure to keep in mind that that madness is going to disorient us, maybe even waiting for the split personality to come out before engaging the Hulk, just so we don't get thrown into it. Disoriented can be a little scary, and we'll take this pretty slow. We're not going to pull anything crazy here. We know that we're going to have plenty of sanity to finish this, and this is going to be a pretty quick run, even not really trying that hard. So we're going to get feared. We're going to let all the madnesses go off, and then and pull all the rest of the stuff over here. Again, we're going to dodge the mobs on the left-hand side now, right-hand side, because the Mind Carvers and the casters over there are just something you don't want to deal with. We'd rather deal with these burrowing appendages that just do nothing, and then they burrow up, and then they don't really do anything. So one more split personality to deal with, and these guys go underground, unfortunately. I want to make sure that I take these out before the boss. I don't want to get caught in a situation where I'm getting disoriented, and then all of those are stacked on top of me. I can't dodge them, and I take a bunch of damage. So have plenty of time. No need to play anything super risky or anything like that. Making sure that we can move for visceral fluid, letting the split personality go off, and there we go. Back at 100% sanity, and we are about to trigger the last boss of the zone. Things that I would probably recommend doing on this boss is just move very little, especially with the mask of the burned bridge where you're leaving all those puddles behind you. You can see I move for defiled ground, leave a little bit of stuff over there, and then I stand pretty much still until those swirlies come out, and then we'll get in a nice safe spot here. Defiled ground comes out, so we'll move again, and then once again we'll like sort of plant almost, just making sure that we don't move that much. Swirlies come out, so we'll move just a little bit, and that sort of thing. I think people over move on that fight, and sometimes, especially if you're using Mask of the Burned Bridge where you're putting all those puddles on the ground behind you, it can be very, very annoying, and you end up clogging up the encounter area. Especially if you don't clear that mob on the other side, you don't want to run out of space and have to jump over there, accidentally pull that. It can be kind of a mess. So move a little bit less. There's not that much stuff that you really need to move for, so just be careful there. This is the last and the easiest wing of the entire run. This one goes very, very quickly. Yeah, not a whole lot to explain here. Just kick the casters, but nothing is going to be very dangerous here. There's not any sort of like mini boss that will absolutely decimate you. Nothing like that. So you can take this one pretty slow. And if you're a class that doesn't have any self-healing or anything like that, yeah, if you get to this wing and you still have like an orb left or something like that, you should be more than fine to time the run. Going into some of these last packs here, again, not doing anything too crazy, but these mental assaults are going to go off, so we'll just go ahead and drop a stun there, make sure those don't go off, and then we will hit them with the fadeaway I-beam, cook everything else, and we're all good. Destroy this totem, let Gamon just kind of marinate there. We don't need the influx of sanity right now, so we're just going to leave Gamon alive until we're ready to take him out. And I get kind of knocked around here by the madness here. Also, with the madness where you have the burning feet and it just kind of launches you in a specific direction, it will not actually launch you until you move. So if you have the burning feet and you just want to plant, you can kind of choose when it actually launches you. So as soon as you move, if it's been there for a while, that is when it's going to launch you. But we'll just go ahead and pick up our orb here. We're going to phase him unbelievably quickly. Just dodge some of the waves, taking our time with that. And there we go. There's the last mini-boss taken out. And then we'll go over to Thrall. There's a couple ways that you can kind of min-max Thrall. I haven't had a whole lot of issues with him this time around especially. So I would probably try and tank him over towards a wall and face all of his frontals the same direction if you really want to do something like that. But most of the time, you can just kind of do this boss. So defiled ground, we're going to send it over to the side over there, right where all of our existing pools are, and then we're going to kind of face him that general direction for the rest of for the next two cleaves or something like that. So we're going to grab him, take him over to this wall where there's some existing pools already. We're going to stack those up. We have pretty much one side of the room completely clear. And we're just going to thwack into him. This shield is going to be pretty big. It's going to hit pretty hard, but I'm not really worried about breaking it necessarily. We'll send the third defiled ground towards the wall again, keeping most of the room clear. And then I overmove a little bit here, moving to the other side just to make sure that we get out of that circle in the center. And then we have kind of a bad defiled ground, sending that directly towards the middle, but it's not really going to matter. So I have plenty of space. Thrall's almost dead. It is all good. So we'll get one more Surging Darkness. He'll jump to the center of the room, use his frontal. We'll dodge that, get away from the outside of the room, and then we will do something like this, get to the outside of the room, and take out Thrall. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. I know that was a pretty quick video, but this is just how I did my first, I guess technically my second 5-mask run, but it should be pretty easy, especially if you're around this item level or even higher. If it's higher, it's definitely doable. There's the masks that I use once again. No orbs used, no potions used. Yeah, so leave a like on the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.